Here we are again. I have previously created this simple learning design on improving reading skills in English. I have in the meantime also created some activities in the other two lessons, because that's what we need in the end. But our real next step is actually to go and set up environments in which the students work. Now, an environment gives a student the tools to fulfill the task that we've created in the learning activities tab. To add an environment, we go to the environments tab and then click on add environment and just drag it to the marquees and enter it here. Now, because we've got 3 lessons, we want to create 3 environments, 3 different ones, but you can of course create very many more, or you can create a single environment to be applied to all the activities. In many cases it's still better to create different ones for each lesson. We can change the names, so lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3. Drag them around at any time to give a bit more structure to the overview. And now we can fill these environments with components, with elements. So for example, for the reading we want to give newspapers to the students, so we'll give them a learning object. Let's give them like 2 newspaper objects. In the second part, the writing skill, we actually just want them to produce a written paper, so they don't perhaps need a specific tool to do that, but in the final lesson we want them to talk to and communicate to their peers, so we'll give them a conference or forum to discuss. We can now edit the learning object through the inspector, so we highlight it. We can also double click it, but it doesn't do anything, so we will edit this item for the properties panel, and we can here through the editor we can actually submit the tool, so we can, for example, describe what we want to provide the students with. Newspaper 1. We call it the Guardian. And we can create a link to a URL. For example, that's all we need to do on this end. You see the learning object here is edited as a single entity. We can close it and it will ask us to save, and there we go. We can also give this learning object obviously a different name. Guardian. And now we want to do the same thing with the other. You see it's already appearing here, but we want to do the same with the other newspaper that we want to give them. In this case it will be a tablet newspaper. So let's call it the Sun. And we again create a link. Okay, that's it. Really, we can close that again and save it. We remember that we have not saved this either, so we'll save that as well. And we just enter the name of the forum and call it peer discussion forum for lesson 3. We involve only the learners and we can make the teacher an observer, but we don't need to involve the librarian. Well, that's it for this stage.